children at the Anubhav Foundation School in Kidapur, India, are having fun playing games on a computer that has been here for 1 month. Many of the children who attend the school live in the nearby slums. Although some of them know a few words of English, they speak Bengali.
English they do not want to learn. So now the computer has come, so we started teaching through the computer.
Today, Professor Mitra from Newcastle University is trying out a new experiment. He's installing English language software onto the computer. He wants to find out how much English these kids can learn without a teacher. Back in 1999, Professor Mitra first set up his hole-in-the-wall experiment. He installed computers into walls in the slums of India. His aim was to observe what children with little or no exposure to IT actually do when they're left to their own devices. The only condition is that the children teach themselves and work without any assistance from adults or teachers. He observed how the children interacted with the new technology. The results were unexpected.
It was about whether children can teach themselves to use a computer. So that's where it all started, but what it led to was fairly unexpected, that having taught themselves how to use a computer, what do children do with it? Will that exposure to computers actually change their lives at all?
This new set of experiments could build on the patterns formed when children use computers to take their learning even further.
When you first tell the children, make your own groups, what they do is they make groups depending on the question. Once a group of 4 or 5 form, there is usually an operator and he's doing his searching. Next to him is usually another child who is advising him. Behind the two of them, there is usually a third child. In a way, he's the joker. That seems to be a role that they need. And then there's the fourth child who sits there with paper and pencil and notes down the key findings. Until I discovered that when the next day when you give them another question, firstly the group composition is different, and the operator, the mentor, the joker and the note taker, they've changed roles.
We are not supposed to teach you. You are going to do it yourself. So then we told them to make batches. From children to the elder ones, they all made their batches from boys and girls, so they go accordingly.
At first, when we tried to intervene, Dr. Mitra told us not to interfere. He said, let them sort it out themselves. Gradually they did. It's good to see how they teach themselves.
At the hole-in-the-wall computers, I've seen children invent management and administration by themselves.
The teachers here have noticed that some of the children, like Mafis, are standing out as leaders and are starting to teach groups of children.
He's got a leadership role. He loves to take that. So he is more eager there, but he's trying to learn here also. He was very hyper. He could not sit in one place. So now at least he does his job, does his work, and then he goes to the computer. And more quality has come into that. He takes all the children one by one and guides them for the computer. So he's like a teacher for them, for the little children.
Only me and someone else knew how to use a computer. When it arrived, I was the first to open it and I helped each class take turns using it.
This class have improved. They are eager. They want to go. After they finish their studies, they do want to go and play with the computer. They're free to go. So they finish their work very fast and they go for the computer.
The positive thing is that these kids now like to read and write. Before, they were just not interested. But now we have the computer, it's really helping them.
There are so many influences on these children, it's difficult to establish exactly how they acquire knowledge. That's one reason why Professor Mitra is repeating this experiment in various locations around the world. With children learning without teacher support, could a PC ever replace a teacher in the classroom?
Computer is an aid, I can say. It's a visual aid or audio aid for a teacher to teach. Teachers should be there.
Firstly, we know now that groups of children given an internet connection can answer almost any question and in fact can learn almost anything by themselves. Questions come from the human mind, and I think the teacher's art will be in framing that question which won't let you sleep until you know the answer.